Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I know what everyone is used to seeing on this channel is gorgeous, fast speedboats, just like this one. But I've got something brand new to show you today. We finally got us a plane. Now this model here is made by a company called FMS, and this is a Ranger V2. Now this is what they call a ready to fly option. You have a plug and play where you can have your own transmitter, or you can get the ready to fly where they give you a 4-channel transmitter with it. Now that's what this is. We're going to go ahead and open it up and kind of do an unboxing review of this. And I've got another part here inside of it as to why it's a part of this channel. Most of what y'all see on here is all about boats, right? Well, it's for the H2O, right? Let's open it up. Check it out. We've got sponsons for the water. So this is going to be a plane that we can hopefully fly, not crash, land, and take off on the water. And I'm super excited about it. Even comes with a little rudder. Boom. Cool. Okay. Yeah, wow. Everything is neatly packaged, gotta say. Very nice to have it packaged so well. Now, I have had airplanes in the past, but that was before like brushless technology and LiPo batteries were a thing. I can't really remember the name of it, but one of them I built, and I went through the whole process of, what was it, the laminate, the stuff that goes on the wings, and you have to use an iron to put it on and all that. Went through that whole process, and I ended up crashing the plane within like the first 45 seconds. But I was a teenager at that point, and you're always eager to do stuff, and you miss steps, and we're not going to do that this go around. Hopefully, we're not going to crash it. But it's an airplane, and my skill level on airplanes is flat out beginner. I must admit, I do not know much about airplanes or model airplanes, but this kit looks really cool. I mean, it is made out of styrofoam, but the kit itself, like, you can get the version without the controller for under 200 bucks. Comes in around $190. And then if you want a ready to fly kit, just like this one here, comes with the battery and the charger, 250 bucks. So not bad for, I would consider it somewhere between like beginner and intermediate, but probably going to be a little bit more advanced than my skill level. So hopefully I'll go through the system and try to, you know, freshen myself up and really stay focused when it comes to our first flight with this thing. But when we take it out, I'm going to take you along with me, good or bad. But just looking at the kit right here, it looks gorgeous. If we look over here, we've got a 1220 millimeter. I guess that's pretty much the wingspan. So it's gonna be 4 foot across, 48 inches. Overall length is a little over 3 feet. Total weight's going to be 100 grams. The motor size in this thing is a 3136 1200 kV. It's got a 20 amp ESC in it. 4 9-gram servos. Comes with a 4-channel radio. That is a fly sky or a fly ski, however you want to say it. Center of gravity is 50 to 60 millimeters from the leading edge. That's cool. That's on the box. Prop size, let you know, it's a 10.5 2-blade. Recommended battery is a 3S 1300 mAh 25C. They give you this battery with the kit. Now I also have a few of these. I think I have 3 1300 mAh 3S packs that are CNHL. So they'll work perfect, and I think they're actually 50C. So we'll have multiple batteries, and they're the exact same size as this, and they have XT90 plug or XT60s on them. So we'll be good as far as battery packs for this unit. Now, as far as their charger, this charger will work. Looks like it's good for 1, 2, and 3 cell. We're not going to use this. We're just going to use our iMod's Dual 300 charger. I think I'm at the point now where I want to start putting it together. So I took the liberty of attaching the rear tailpiece. When you attach the rear tailpiece, you have to align the center structural rod and you have to align your extension wire for your rear rudder. Once you slide the rear tailpiece on, you can attach it using the 10mm screws on the top and the bottom of the rear of the tail section. Time to mount the landing gear. We're going to put our landing gear in place. We're going to put our cover plate over top of it. Set our screw in there. Ooh, that does not look long enough. It is not. So this is where we need our longer bolts. Got that good and tight. All right, landing gear is mounted. Check that out. That unit is sitting pretty. Looks gorgeous. Love the green color. Absolutely love the green color. All right, next step. You have to mount the horizontal stabilizer, which is the rear wing here. So we've got this here. And we've got a little nipple here. We need to insert that nipple like so. Get that in there in its place. We've got two different length screws, right? So this one here and this one here. 10 mil, 16 mil. You got to make sure you use the right one. So this calls for the 16 mil. What I'm going to do is just barely until it's snug. All right. Next step is to hook up our connection linkage rod. So the servo is centered. We need to go ahead and pop this in. The plastic clevis here goes on the rear stabilizer, and then this piece here is going to go on the servo arm. But I don't know if the servo arm has a big enough hole in it. Looks like we need to drill a hole. It's tight. It's very, very, very tight. Now this arm, this connection rod here is 1.52 millimeters when I put it on my caliper, and I'm using a 1/16 inch drill bit for this, which measures 1.6 millimeters. So we should be just fine. We're going to drill out the two outer holes. That gives us just enough to where we can make adjustments if necessary. That looks near perfect. Now let's take a look inside the fuselage here for a second. So we have our receiver down there. You can see our servo, and then all of our servo wires, they all are labeled very nicely. So you got aileron, you've got elevator, you've got throttle. Let's see what else you got. You got rudder. Then you have S-bus PPM mode. We'll go over that when we look at the instructions. Now that we've went over the electronics and we know a little bit more about what's going on, we need to slide both the wings together. So you got your support rod in the middle. Pull our servo wires out of the way. We're going to slide those together. And we've got a 10 mil screw that's going to go in here and another 10 mil screw that's going to go in here. Okay, top and bottom screws, nice and tight. I'm going to get these locked into place with a simple push and slide, and they're done. So just put some AA's in this Flyski remote here. We're going to turn it on. We're going to make sure our throttle is all the way down. Then we're going to take our battery here. I'll put it on the charger for about 5 minutes just to give it a little bit. We don't want our hands or our arms interfering with the prop. So we're going to work over top of it just in case. Since this is the first time plugging it in, you never know. And we're just going to hold on to the plane. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna hold on to it. Wow, look, it's moving the curtain. Awesome power. That was only like half throttle. Now let's check aileron. All right, check that out. That's so dope. Okay. Oh wow, check that out. It moves the front tire. That is so sick. To the left, to the right. Yeah, that's so cool. Got everything leveled out. Got the rudder, the rear elevator, the ailerons, the front steering, all that, everything is centered, so it's good now. But let's go over this, let's see. Okay, we'll go up and down. All right, I think we're good. I think we are good to go. I think this plane is gonna look absolutely awesome with the floats on the bottom of it. I mean, it just looks cool just by stance sitting there. Now, we're not going to put them on in this video. We're just going to leave it on the landing gear. But it comes with all the hardware right here. So you got to take the wheels off. You just follow the instructions. It's in the instruction booklet on how to mount these things. But basically, this is going to take the place of your rear landing gear. Then you have to add this for the rear rudder on it. And like I said, I got an extra blade. But that is going to look sick flying through the air. Let me know in the comment section below if you want me to just first fly it on the water, or should I try and fly it at an airport, you know, off of pavement, fly it through the air. You let me know in the comment section. It'll be something different for the channel, and it'll be the first time I've flown a plane in 21 years, believe it or not. Successfully, probably 24 years. So hopefully we have a good maiden voyage on this. I'm very excited to give FMS its first test flight here on the channel.